What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to another episode of The Detailed Dad. On today's episode, we're going to be spending some time with a first-generation Chevy Trailblazer that belongs to an essential working family with a wonderful 6-year-old son that's involved in everything from Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu to baseball. That being said, as you can imagine, the interior of this vehicle is a little worse for the wear, but that's okay. Nothing The Detailed Dad can't handle. We're going to get our grips on this thing and make it look really good by the time it's done. But before we do that, just wanted to give all my subscribers a huge thank you and also a huge apology for the lack of content over the last few weeks. In the midst of all the stuff that's been going on with the coronavirus, I was also relocating my family from the Treasure Coast of Florida to Central Florida. Not a huge distance, but regardless, anytime you're moving with a child, it can be a little bit of a hassle. But the dust has finally settled. I'm finally relocated here in Central Florida, and I'm ready to start putting out content again. So really excited about that, as well as just really excited about getting back to work once all this stuff kind of passes by. So that being said, we'll have some really good content coming up here shortly, some business-related content, going over some of the hurdles that we have jumped over so far to get the business up and running, things that we've done like getting tax IDs, getting recognized as through the state as an LLC, insurance things, marketing, things of that nature, so that any of the detailers out there that have questions of that stuff, hopefully you'll be able to turn to this channel for some knowledge. So without further ado, let's get this Trailblazer done. It's a really good detail. Hope you guys like it, and we'll catch you on the back end. All right, everyone, so it's time to show this essential working mom vehicle some love. This particular Chevy Trailblazer is 14 years old, but really for its age, it's in fantastic condition. There's a layer of dirt and grime throughout the entire exterior, particularly the rear of the vehicle as expected, where all the turbulent air exits from underneath the vehicle. The wheels have a thick layer of caked on brake dust, road grime, and dirt on them. The front of the vehicle has been punished over years, dealing with Florida summers, love bugs, etc. So it's looking a little worse for the wear, with nothing that the Detailed Dad can't handle. The interior is actually in decent condition. The carpets have a few stains on them. The hard surfaces have a thin layer of dirt and grime on them, but really nothing out of the ordinary. Really good condition for a vehicle of this age. Cracks and crevices have some built up dirt and grime on the inside, which should be easily handled with our steam cleaner. Once again, the vehicle is in great condition, nothing out of the ordinary for its age. We've got some deep stains in some areas of the carpet, as I alluded to earlier. There's a 6-year-old young man that does get taxied around in this vehicle. So as expected, I'm sure he's spilled stuff, snacks, etc. inside the vehicle. There are some stains in the carpet, but we are confident that we'll be able to get the majority of those out. Now, just like we do with any detail, we're going to go ahead and start by removing the vehicle's floor mats as well as any loose debris that's in the vehicle. Any big items that can get lodged in our vacuum cleaner and possibly damage any of our equipment. Once that's all done, we're going to go ahead and vacuum these mats off camera. Follow up with our drill brush to go ahead and remove any additional dirt and debris that may be embedded into the carpet, and then follow up with carpet scrubbing and then the pressure washer. You'll notice while I'm cleaning the mat of this vehicle that the pressure washer is leaving a pattern in the fiber of the mat. One of my customers recently gave me a compliment on this pattern that was being left in the mat. Typically I would brush that pattern out, but I've actually began to leave that pattern in the carpet as most of my customers seem to like it. It lets them know that the carpets themselves have been cleaned, and they seem to like the design. So most detailers do leave some sort of a design in the carpet. This just happens to be the one I like. Some detailers leave up and down marks, kind of like a zebra or something of that nature. This seems to work for me. So yeah, if you're a detailer, I definitely advise you find what works for you. Find a way to let your customers know that the carpets have been cleaned, and gives them a little amenity, something to look at when they get back inside the vehicle. Moving on into the interior vacuum, you're going to notice that there's a lot of built up dirt inside the little cracks and crevices, particularly here in the driver's side kick panel. All of the kick panels are pretty much the same. So the process will be the same, which will be to do a mixture of the drill brush and the vacuum in all these areas, just to make sure that we loosen up all of the dirt before we follow up with our carpet extractor. Moving on to the driver's side seat, we'll be using our crevice tool to get in between the seat cushions, as well as our drill brush and our vacuum brush to help loosen up any dirt that may be embedded into the fabric of the seat, as well as help lift some of the fibers up and give it a better appearance. Moving on to the passenger side rear, this is what I call the money seat. This is where the child seat is, so this is where we're going to find the majority of the debris inside the vehicle. As you can see in this shots, there's a ton of loose debris as well as some serious stains on the side of the vehicle. Most of those were removed prior to returning it to the customer, and they were super excited once they saw this area. Now, unfortunately, I did lose some footage in the process of recording this, so that really big stain under the seat, I don't have me recording removing that stain, but the stain itself was removed, and it really stinks because it was super satisfying, that stain, but I did lose that footage. But there'll be plenty more of satisfying stains to be removed from carpets to come. You'll notice we haven't done any sort of extraction yet, and the carpet's already starting to look a ton better. Just with a vacuum and a little bit of a drill brush, it really goes a long way to really give some life back to the carpet of the vehicle. Moving on to the passenger side rear seat, the same process applies. We're going to go ahead and use our crevice tool to go ahead and remove any loose debris and dirt, followed up with our drill brush and then our vacuum brush attachment. So this particular shot here is what I call the money shot. This is between the second row seat, kind of where it's split 60-40. Any of the little dude snacks, this is where they go whenever they get dropped. So as you can see, there is a ton of debris, food and stuff like that that's stuck in between the seats. Once again, this is not out of the ordinary for anyone that has a kid. This stuff will definitely make your car stink up over time. So I was really happy that I was able to find this stuff so easily. We got it cleaned out, got the carpet clean, and really eliminated any of the smells that came affiliated with this stuff. Now that we've gone ahead and vacuumed up any loose dirt inside the carpets, we're going to go ahead and move on to our extraction portion. So we're going to go ahead and apply our carpet cleaner, followed up with our drill brush to agitate all of the fibers in the carpet and help lift up any of that dirt and grime that's embedded. And then we're going to get and suck it out with our extractor. As we move along to the back of the vehicle, I've actually gone ahead and pre-treated some small stains that we had in the back. We're going to get and agitate those up with the drill brush and get and follow up with the extractor. Alright, so as we work our way to the third row, I went ahead and broke out my McCullough steamer for some small stains we had in the third row. The third row particularly looked great, so there really wasn't any point in saturating the entire carpet on the third row. So we went ahead and spot treated some stains with our carpet cleaner, our McCullough steamer, and then followed up with agitation with a microfiber towel, which was more than enough to get in lift and remove those stains from the carpets. You'll see in this shot that there were some small stains on the back of the passenger side or on the second row seats, and our steamer made quick work of those stains. So if we move our way towards the center console of the vehicle, this is one of the areas that needed the most attention. There is a ton of built up grime in between all the little cracks and crevices in the center console. So this is one of the areas in particular. There's a huge difference between the before and the after. So some really satisfying shots here, some dirt and grime being pulled out of the center console. Moving on to the dashboard of the vehicle, more of the same. We're going to get and apply an all-purpose cleaner to the dashboard, follow up with our steamer. There is one large crease that runs the full length of the vehicle on the dashboard, and you'll see in this shot here with the pressure from the steamer, again, it kicks up a bunch of dirt and stuff that was stuck in between that crease. That's really good to get out because typically over time that stuff will go ahead and add not so nice smells to the vehicle. As we move on to the door panels, the process for cleaning here is going to be to apply a all-purpose cleaner that's been cut 20-1, follow up with our drill brush and then our steamer. On this particular door panel, they're made out of a hard plastic, and then there's vinyl where all of the occupants body is going to get and touch that door, so really on the handle itself and possibly near the knee pad. But the rest of the door is hard plastic, which is why I'm going ahead and using my drill brush to agitate all the dirt off, to follow up the steamer, and then get and wipe them down. As we move along to the wheels of the vehicle, this is another area of the vehicle where there's a huge before and after. The wheels had a ton of caked on brake dust on them, and there is a huge color change difference in the wheels on the before and after. Our process here is the same as it is mostly in any other vehicle. We're going to get and use a wheel acid that's safe for clear coated wheels, follow up with plenty of agitation, and then get them rinsing down with our pressure washer. As we move along to the exterior of the vehicle, we're going to get and give it a foam bath, follow up with a 2-bucket wash, rinse the vehicle down, add a drying aid with air dry, and then just getting wiped down. In this particular shot, I've actually already gone ahead and cleaned the driver's side of the vehicle. It was starting to get late, and I knew I was going to be losing sunlight pretty soon, so I bypassed recording that side of the vehicle and just started doing the passenger side. By this time, the vehicle's probably been sprayed down 2 or 3 times. I've gone ahead and cleaned out all of the exterior kick panels, removing any tree sap, road grime, road tar, etc., and they look phenomenal this time. As you normally do anytime you're rinsing a vehicle, start at the top and work your way down so that all the soap gets and falls down as you're rinsing the vehicle. Alright everyone, so we finally reached that portion of the detail where we're ready to return the vehicle back over to the owner. So the vehicle was in pretty good shape. There's been a pretty drastic transformation of both the interior and the exterior of the vehicle. We used a plethora of different tools ranging from the pressure washer to the drill brush to retrieve the look we are after on the interior. On the exterior, we completed a 2-bucket foam bath. We deep cleaned the wheels and tires. We air dried the vehicle and then applied one of my go-to spray waxes to kind of just wrap it all up. I personally really enjoy doing vehicles like this. older vehicles with a lot of miles on them, but that still run good. Typically vehicles like this just need a pretty good extensive detail to wrap the whole package up, keep the vehicle on the road for another few years, and keep the owner happy. So hopefully that's what I achieved here today. If you like what you saw and what you heard today, please don't forget to like and subscribe. I'd really appreciate it. Thank you for stopping by Detail Dad, and we'll catch you next time.